You guys, happy Sunday and welcome back to another live. I'm happy to be here on live with you. I hope you're doing well and I hope that you're staying cool and hydrated this Sunday and in the hot weather. I have a fan going, so you might hear some background noise, but I think it should be okay and you should be able to hear me. As usual, let me know if you have any comments. Feel free to drop them in the comment box. And if you're watching the replay or maybe you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to leave a comment there and I will be happy to answer your questions. There is a lot to get through. There is a lot of posts that I made, and per usual, what I want to do in the live is kind of go through the post, give you some explanation and some insight into what I'm talking about. And obviously, if you have questions, let me know. But I'm going to try to get through as much as possible because it is super hot, and let's get started. Okay, so the first post that I had made is that the universe always stands on business, handling the things in your external reality that you cannot control. This is absolutely true. The universe will handle everything in your external reality, meaning your 3D reality that you cannot control. The problem is that you as a human tend to want to have your input. You want to have your say in what the universe is planning for you, right? We always try to control certain aspects or have things work out for us in the way that we think it's going to work out, or we try to manipulate or kind of have circumstances shift so that they align for us. But what we fail to do is that we fail to let go, really. We fail to have this trust in the universe. And if we had started to do that, you will see that the universe really stands 10 toes down on business for you, and they will handle everything for you in your reality. And what I've found is that if you're able to really let go, that's when you're going to see this really start to play out in your life. And I also said in the post, when the universe says showtime, not a single person can say cut. And that's absolutely true. And there's often this narrative that goes around that people are saying like, okay, well, don't share your plans. Like, people may ruin it, or they may deter your ideas or your plans or whatever. And while that's true in some cases, for the most part, when the universe says showtime, that's it. It's a wrap. Not a single person can alter or change what is meant for you. The reason that some things don't work out for you is because they were never meant for you in the first place, right? You really need to give this control to the universe instead of having this control for yourself. And when you're having the control for yourself, think about it. It's creating a lot of tension, a lot of restriction and limitation for the universe to act on your behalf and handle things in your external reality. So that's why you really need to focus on letting go, and letting go of this need to control, letting go to have things work out for you, letting go just your idea of how things should be, because it's really not what it seems. It's really not how you picture or envision it. It's really how the universe wants it to manifest in your life, and they're going to bring it to you in a way that you're going to be receptive for it. Just get out of your own way. That's my best advice. Okay, the next post, I took a picture of it on my other phone here, but because it's just easier for me to read it and pull it up. We have a lot to get through, so let me kind of go through it slowly and see how much we can do today. So the next post I said was I was sharing some personal insights with you to help you on your spiritual journey. I know you guys really love this one. So there's 10, there's a lot. So let me see if I can get through this quickly, but with enough detail for you. The first thing I said was sometimes you have to keep your magic to yourself. And this is so true. And I was somebody who shared a lot of the magic in my initial stages of my awakening. I told my best friend, I told my other friends, I told people, anybody who would listen, really. I was just telling everybody everything about what this journey was like, what I was experiencing. And what I found was that a lot of people were receptive to it, but a lot of people started embodying my experiences as their own, right? They started saying, well, I'm doing this too. I'm a twin flame also. I'm a reader too. I'm psychic too. And that's not the case, right? You cannot take and minimize someone else's experiences and make them your own on this journey, because eventually what will happen if you start doing that, you will tell on yourself. You will snitch on yourself. You'll slip up, and the truth will become known to everybody that you're a fake and that you're phony and that you've never actually experienced any of these things. And the depth of your knowledge will start to show that you're very limited in what you're speaking about. So that's why you have to keep some of the magic to yourself. And also, a lot of the journey is pretty magical, like I've shared before. And there is something sacred in that, right? I don't come on live and share with you all of my experiences. I've only recently talked about some of the paranormal experiences or something like that, right? The aliens or the fairies or whatever, the trees. Like, I've only gradually started talking about that once I've gauged where my audience is at. But other than that, I'm not sitting out here telling you all of the magic that you can expect to happen, right? Because why am I going to give it all away to you, right? That's for you to experience on your own, and that's for your own growth and for your own experience. Sure, I've shared some details with you of what you can expect, but again, it's majority of it is up to you to learn and discover and experience and enjoy on your own. So you've got to keep some of the magic to yourself. A lot of it is sacred to yourself. A lot of it has meaning to you and your journey and to where you're at, that I don't think you necessarily need to share with everybody. And like I said to you before, I was sharing it to everybody, and that was a very detrimental mistake that I made. And do I regret it? Yes. So I'm giving you that warning now. Keep the magic to yourself. Keep some of the magic to yourself until you are ready to share, until you feel that you are in a safe place to share, okay? Let me know if that makes any sense. Point 2. When you start speaking truth, your throat chakra will open. You may experiencing burping, coughing, sneezing, something like that. And this is absolutely true. So you guys will notice I always have a water bottle with me, or I'm always drinking something on these lives. And you may also hear, if you listen carefully, you might also hear me clearing my throat, coughing, or burping sometimes, because your throat chakra is opening. For so long, my throat chakra was closed. If some of you guys notice, I've had surgery on my neck, right, on my thyroid, because my throat chakra was suppressed and closed for so many years of my life. It manifested as illness. So when you start speaking your truth, your throat chakra will start to open, meaning, like I said, the burping or the coughing or the throat clearing. So you can expect that, and that's how you will know that what you're saying is actual truth, right? And it may not be truth for everybody, but it's your truth. And when you're sharing it, you will notice that you start experiencing these things. And that's how you know that you're on the right path and that you have hit a level of truth that is ready to be out in this world. Let's put it that way. Okay, next thing is number 3. Most of your spiritual favorites will be quiet during upheaval, chaos, disaster, etc. This is true. And you've probably seen this in my case too. I don't very often speak on war, famine, disease, mass suffering, shootings, or anything like that, right? Most of your spiritual favorites are going to be quiet during this time because we are processing a lot. Not only are we processing the shift in energies and the shift in the momentum of the collective energy, but we're also processing our own thoughts around it, because a lot of us know that these things are going to happen, or a lot of us have predicted that these things are going to happen, and we need a moment to get ourselves together, because we also know what the impact of these major events are, what the outcome is, and what we're going to expect and see in the future. And it takes a toll. It gets to be very heavy when you're carrying this burden by yourself. So during these times, we tend to go inwards, spend time with ourselves and what we like to do, and to keep our energies up and to keep us in a happy and safe place. A lot of us don't watch the news. A lot of us don't tune into any sort of like propaganda. We don't really engage in really any type of conflict like that, just because once you start doing that, and I've talked about this before, it really starts to pull you away from your sense of peace, and it brings you to a very chaotic energy that is grounded and rooted in the 3D. And that's not where you want to be as a person on this spiritual journey, because if you are in that place, you're going to find things really hard to do. You're going to find it very hard to manifest. You're going to find it very hard to create. You're going to find it very hard to flourish, to have visions, to stay in alignment. So what we try to do, like I said, is that we tend to go inwards, become a hermit, and really try to ride the wave until the events pass, and then the next one comes again, right? So if you're wondering why a lot of your spiritual favorite people don't say anything, or they're not, advocating or doing anything like that, it's not that we don't care. It's not that we are so out of tune with reality that we don't know what's going on. It's just that we're focusing on what we can do to help you move forward at a more practical pace, put it that way. Okay, let me know if that makes sense, you guys. Okay, number 4, you will have to be the gatekeeper to many things, including your own prosperity. Yeah, this is true. On your spiritual journey, you're going to have to be the gatekeeper for many things, meaning like you have to close that gate and you have to tell people like nothing, because the energy starts to shift very quickly especially when it comes to your own prosperity. You may have seen like a lot of spiritual people are, I'm not saying they're poor, but they like financially don't do well. And then all of a sudden they may have like financial wins, or they might have an abundance coming to them, right? And you're going to have to gatekeep your own prosperity, because when people start seeing this, it's going to trigger them in a lot of ways. And I was sharing before, in my Sovereign Circle broadcast channel, I was sharing, like rapid amounts of income that was coming to me, that where I didn't have to do anything. I was just using my natural born gifts and talents. And I actually stopped doing that because, again, you start to hit levels and you start to hit achievements that become unfathomable to people. They can't believe that you're making like money off of just being you. So again, you really need to gatekeep a lot of things, including your own prosperity, including how you're making money, including what you're doing with your money, including how the energy of the money and how you're alchemizing energy to create more money, and the rules of abundance. Like all of this stuff, you really have to start to gatekeep until you have solidified it in your life. And I'm saying it like that because you can play around with these energies, especially when it comes to like money, but you really need to make sure that it is a place that you're going to be staying at and that you've solidified in order for you to start sharing it. Because all it's going to take is like one comment to throw you off, one like bad decision, and it's going to throw you off, right? It's going to throw you out of alignment from the energy of money, is what I'm saying. So you don't want to be doing that. That's why I'm trying to say, make sure you're secure in the energy first before you decide to start sharing about your own prosperity, because one wrong move and you're out of that like bandwidth, and it may take some time to get back into it. Okay, does that make sense to you guys? Let me know. Am I going too fast? I can slow down, but we have a lot to get through. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Okay, let's just keep going then. Number 5, the most meaningful spiritual knowledge and teachings are hidden in plain sight. Absolutely 100%. They're hidden in nature. I've literally told you guys this 100 times. All of the answers you seek are in nature. Go and ask them. They will tell you, okay? It's literally hidden in plain sight. It's hidden in your family members. It's hidden in your friendships. It's hidden in your relationships. It's hidden in like your environment of how you live. It's hidden in your job. Like it's in your face. You're too dumb and you're too unconscious and unaware to even realize it. But if you start to awaken and gain this level of awareness, the answers are staring at you in the face, and it's up to you to do something about it. So Are they hidden in plain sight? Absolutely. Like, open your eyes. And I say this to people all the time in the 3D. It's like, open your eyes. A lot of you even lack situational awareness that you don't even know what's going on around you. Open your eyes. Start thinking about what the hell it is that you are looking at. Analyze it. Figure out, what is it telling you? What are you learning? Look at people and their behaviors and figure out if that is something you want to fuck with or not. Like, it's that simple, right? A lot of you have narcissists in your life and you can't even identify a narcissistic behavior. Like, what? The answers are right in front of you, okay? And like I said, if you want to figure out where the answers are, look to nature. If you don't know, go in nature. Think about it in nature. You will get something. Something will jump out at you, okay? Trust me, they're hidden in plain sight. And when you start seeing them, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, how did I miss this? I can't believe it, okay? The answers are in plain sight. I'm going off, you guys. Okay, nature will become your best friend. Absolutely true. Relates back to the previous point I talked to. Nature's going to become your best friend. You're going to want to be in nature all the time. You're going to have a newfound appreciation for nature. The sun is medicine. Absolutely go out in the sun. You need that shit. Okay, it will heal you. You have cancer, go in the sun. You're sick, go in the sun. You're depressed, go in the sun. Not extremes amount of sun, just a little bit of sunlight on your skin. That's all you need, and you should be okay. The moon strengthens your psychic abilities. Yes, I've talked about this 100 times. Some of you still don't even get it. Follow the moon cycles. Follow the moon patterns. Follow when you're getting your period. Which cycle are you on? Are you on the full moon cycle or the new moon cycle? It will strengthen your psychic abilities. What is happening in your dream state during each moon cycle? Make note of it. You need to start collecting data, okay? And this is why I keep repeating to you guys. Honestly, I'm getting tired of repeating it. Keep a journal, write shit down. You need the data. You need the data to back up and figure out, when are things happening for you? When is your growth happening? Because when you have the data, you can start tuning into the energies, right? So if you know, okay, I'm always getting my period on the full moon, I have my most active visions and dreams during the full moon, that's data, right? Then you're going to know, okay, what do I need to do in the full moon to harness this energies that's coming through? What can I do during the full moon that's going to help me get more towards my goals? What's going to help me get more into alignment that I could do during the full moon? Start asking yourselves these questions and start collecting the data. The next one, the ocean cleanses your auric field. Absolutely, it's also salt water. So you need to go in the ocean to cleanse your auric field. You don't need to be out in the middle of the ocean, okay? You can just sit in it, I don't know, wash the water over your body. That's it. You can even make a salt bath at home. Just take some salt baths and melt it in hot water and pour it over yourself and have it cleanse you. It will clean your auric field. So nature is going to become your best friend. You need to know how to use the elements. You need to learn how to use the elements. You guys don't know how to use the elements. I know you don't. You need to learn this, okay? Number 7, nobody can teach you spirituality. You need to get the fundamentals and then determine how you're going to use it. Absolutely. Remember a couple lives ago where I was talking about, like, people are talking about manifestation and they're giving you and selling to you what has worked for them in manifestation? And I told you guys, what's working for them isn't going to work for you. You need to take what they're saying and develop a playbook for yourself, right? You need to determine how you're going to use those fundamentals. All the information that I give you on the lives and my posts, take it and use it to determine how you're going to figure out how to use spirituality to your benefit. I'm not giving you a play-by-play. I'm giving you my play-by-play in which you're going to adapt certain principles and fundamentals and utilize them and turn them into principles that you're going to follow in your life. It's a guide, okay? So no one can actually teach you spirituality, okay? You really, that's like I said in the beginning, you really need to experience a lot of these things on your own in order to figure out how they work, because one person telling you something, like me sharing my experiences with you, is not going to do anything for you, right? Like if I tell you I met an alien, is that going to like make you meet an alien? No, right? Like it doesn't work like that. I've just shared insights with you. So again, you really need to get the fundamentals and then determine how you're going to use them, because it's not going to be the same for everybody, because a lot of us have different gifts, right? Think of all the Claires. And you need to figure out like which gift you have and how you can use these spiritual fundamentals to help utilize your gifts and to help bring your gifts to the highest possible way that you can use them. So it's not going to look the same for every single person. Just make note of that. Okay. I'm like out of breath. Okay, number 8. I feel like I'm yelling. Am I yelling? Let me know. I feel like I'm just yelling at you guys, but I'm not, okay? I'm just really passionate about this, and it's like, let's get it moving, okay? Number 8. Do not play with people with spiritual gifts and connections. Intuition. It is best to be honest and forefront with them. Let's just end the live here, okay, with on this one, like seriously, because I see this so much and I have experienced it so much. Listen, do not play with people with spiritual gifts. Do not try to lie. Do not try to cheat. Do not try to manipulate. Do not try to steal. Do not try to do anything that is not in good faith. Put it that way. Why? Because we already know. We already have you figured out. We already know what's going on. If you're lying to us, guess what? Our dreams have already told on you. If you're cheating on us, we already know. We feel subtle shifts in energy. We have dreams and visions. We know your intentions probably before you're able to acknowledge and have awareness of your own intentions. That's how crazy this is. So we know exactly what you're doing. We know that you are shady, and we've already clocked it. So it's best for you to be honest and forefront with us, because let me tell you, if you're not, and I do this all the time, I will call you out. I will call you out on your shit. I don't care who's around. I will say it to your face, and I will make sure you remember it. So be honest and forefront, because if you want to play this game, then we're going to play. And let me tell you, spiritual people have got time to play, because usually we're right. So be forefront and honest with anyone with spiritual gifts and connections and intuition, because we already know everything, literally, and you're just going to screw yourself over. That's it. That's the bottom line. That's as bluntly as I can put it. Save yourself. Period. Number 9, you really need to learn to stand on faith. And this goes back to what I was saying in the beginning of the live. You've got to develop this sense of faith. And most of you do not have it. And I know that, because this is not just like faith, like, I know if I pray, God is going to answer my prayers. Bitch, this is faith that is like, you could feel this faith in your body, okay? Like, this is faith that is, like, you know that no one's going to come through for you except the universe. Like, this is unwavering, deep-rooted, deep-seated faith, right? It is something that is internal. It is something that is powerful. It is something that can move mountains, and you need to stand on that faith alone. Okay, so you really need to learn how to stand on that, and a lot of people don't know how to do that, right? So you really need to develop this skill and learn it. I just blew through these. Okay, number 10. A lot of spirituality is about accountability. If you're the problem, then you're the solution. 100%. A lot of spirituality is going to hold you accountable. You will come to realize that all along, you're the problem. All along, you were the one with the solution. All along, you had all the answers. All along, you were full of shit. Okay, so again, you need to take radical accountability. You need to start to look at your own actions and be like, you have to clock yourself and be like, yeah, okay, like I was the problem here. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. Maybe I did this. Like you need to have radical accountability and acceptance of that accountability. And that's the key part. A lot of you can say, okay, I did that, but then you haven't accepted it, right? Because if you've accepted it, then there will be change. And because I don't see a lot of change, that's how I know you haven't accepted it. You may be able to identify it, but if you cannot accept it, which will result in change, then you have an accountability problem, which a lot of you do. And it takes years to start to be honest and accountable with yourself. So I suggest you get started now. Okay? All right, so that's that post. Should we keep going? Let me know if you guys want me to keep going. There's so much to get through. I have that whole post about being stagnant and settling. That's like, we're not going to get into that today. It's just too much. The disrespect. You know what, you guys? There's a lot. I feel like there's a lot to get through. I feel like I just went off on this live and I feel like we should just end it here and let you process this. I might jump on another live this week and get through the rest. Expect more content, expect more insights. If you have any questions, let me know. But we're going to end this live here. I'm going to let you process this. I'm going to let you watch this. And if you have any questions, let me know. We'll get into the next bit in the next live. And I love you. You can join us and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. You can join the free Sovereign Circle broadcast channel. The link is in bio. I often post predictions and insights in there. You can sign up for private mentoring and you can sign up for our email list. A link is in bio. And you can also book your high vibrational energy reading. The link is in bio. I will get you on the right path. I will help you and I'm here to support you. Book your reading today, and I love you, and I'll see you next week, Sunday, on the next live, or for another mini live this week.